Good morning, Park Cubs. I'm Inacy.
And I'm Maria Torres Mendoza.
Maria is here to tell us about her career on engineering. So Maria, what persuaded you to be an engineer?
I actually came to Park Middle School, so this is very dear to me. Being able to come back and share my story. I grew up across the street in Heatherstone, so hey, go Park. I grew up with a single mom. I came here when I was 5 years old from an immigrant family, and being in Park Middle School, I actually got into a lot of trouble. When I reached my high school, I had to overcome obstacles. I was working since I was 12 years old, delivering newspapers here in the area. And when I hit high school, we had a financial challenge that led me to be homeless for most of my high school years. When I turned 16, I was balancing the newspaper route, working in the cafeterias, and working full-time to, find a place to live and whatnot. And engineering came into my life after I graduated. I was working multiple jobs, and I realized that if I went to school and I sacrificed 4 years of my life to get an education, I'd be able to work one job, one income, and still make more money than what I was making at the time, working 3 jobs, 2 different server positions. I was working in a senior home care. And the other thing that, really motivated me to become an engineer was growing up with 3 older brothers. The engineering field, the STEM field, for this specific discipline is very male-dominated. And, I grew up very much trying to prove myself for not only males, but just in general, that didn't matter what my background was and what challenges I had to face, that, I could overcome and I could be somebody successful. And I went to WSU Tri-Cities, and I went for the mechanical engineering program for the reasons that, it was going to be challenging, and I wanted to have a big reward. And in order to get a big reward, you have to work hard. And that was definitely the hardest 4 years of my life.
So do you wish that you went straight into engineering school right after high school?
Absolutely. I wish I would have had somebody to guide me. I wish I would have had that person that came into my life and told me about how they did it, so I could figure it out. It would have definitely been a lot easier.
So what do you do now as an engineer?
I work out at the WTP project, which is a construction site in Hanford. And essentially what the project is a waste cleanup. We're converting nuclear waste into glass. And the point of that is to control the substance and prevent the liquid waste to get into the river and contaminate the area. So essentially, once the waste is manufactured and converted into glass, they'll be buried and isolated.
So Maria, what experiences did you have that you think will be beneficial to students here at Park?
Well, there's a lot of tools for different students. For me in particular, I am a DACA recipient. Coming here at 5 years old as an undocumented student and being able to get a work permit in 2014 when Obama allowed us to get this work permit is definitely something that if you're in this situation, you want to take the means to, take advantage of all the tools. One of the best tools for college is WASFA. WASFA is essentially financial aid, but it's a Washington aid for undocumented students. I was lucky enough to get the work permit. I am, to my knowledge, one of the first DACA recipients working out on the project. So it's very rewarding to know that, I've been able to overcome these obstacles and be able to help, students like yourselves to get motivated.
That's very cool. All right, thank you, Maria.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Lisette, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Scott Mitson.
What brings you here today?
Well, I'm an engineer, and I work for people out at the Hanford facility. And we're here today at Park Middle School to talk about engineering and how students can excel in different areas of engineering if they want to. One of the things that's really great about engineering is we're looking for people who want to solve problems. They want to make the world better, and that's really the mindset that we look for. But you've heard of STEM,
Yeah.
right? And science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Those classes that you can take here at the middle school, on in high school and college, in those areas, what you're doing is you're learning tools that can help you solve problems. And so we want the students to take an interest in science, in chemistry, biology, mathematics, really learn those tools, and then they can set off in their career really as a problem solver, to make better products, to make products that are going to help people and solve problems all around the world.
What do you do as an engineer?
Well, I have done a lot of things over the years, and I worked in mining industry, I worked in aerospace, chemical engineering, I worked with explosives. Here at this facility, at the Hanford Nuclear Facility, what we're doing, we're primarily cleaning up waste from the industrial processing of radioactive materials over the years. We want to make sure that we keep the environment clean and secure, as well as keeping people safe. So I presently am working as a quality engineer. As a quality engineer, I work with the contractors to make sure that each step of the process is being carried out properly. Like if they're ordering materials, we want to make sure that they have people who are watching the procurement, what they're buying. Do they get the right materials, into the facility? And we help them check their process. We also help them to make sure that, like the waste treatment plant, make sure that it's being built properly and will be safe and effective down the road. So it'll work to process the chemicals for chemical safety and the radioactive materials, that they will be isolated and put in glass, in containers, in a way that will be safe for thousands of years. And the students here at Park Middle School, can help us. We're looking for energetic young kids who will to pursue their studies in middle school, high school, and get into college and learn the basic engineering. And then there are a lot of opportunities here.
Cool. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.